Alright guys, so here it goes. I'm going to attempt to try and show you a video, make a video on how I make, or how I have made, inexpensive homemade wine. Now as you can see, I've got my 2 bottles of juice here, and they happen to be the Welch's juice. I decided to get the better, the slightly better ones. You can use anything, I'm pretty sure, except for, you might want to try to pick out something that has no preservatives, but basically what you need is your bottles of juice. You need a couple extra glasses to take some of the juice out, because you have to reduce the volume of the juice. You need some sugar, approximately 1 cup of sugar, because they say it has to be about the sugar content in these bottles has to be roughly 24% in order for the yeast to produce, the alcohol content you're looking for. So you have to add a little bit more sugar, because I think, according to the calculations, there's probably only about maybe 5% of this bottle is sugar, give or take. Not exactly sure, it doesn't say, but so what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking some of the juice out, obviously, reduce my volumes. So we'll take a little bit of this one. It's the old red wine, the old red juice. Probably a little more than a cup. Anyways, I bring the levels down to about just to where the lines in the plastic are. And I've got a funnel. You might want to get a funnel. It'd be a lot easier by pouring. So basically what I'm going to do is just take my cup of sugar. It's just regular table sugar. You can experiment with different sugars, Probably could use many different sugars, but I'm just going to use table sugar tonight. This probably won't be the only wine video I'll make, but I brought my level up a little bit. I'll probably be doing others, but I'll just pop my sugar in this one too. Woo! There she goes. Alright. So let me put the lid back on this. Pop the old lid back on. And we're going to I'm going to tip her upside down and give her a good shake. Get all that sugar mixed up. Now I don't know if it's going to be 24% of the total volume of the liquid, but I'm sure it'll be pretty close. I'm sure it'll be at least 20%. And give that a good shake. Okay. Pop this sucker back on. Tip her up. See the sugar on the bottom. Give it a good shake. Shake the crap out of it. Come on. Let's go. All right. All right. Ooh, kind of turn it lighter. Now I'll turn all foamy on top, but that'll go away. Okay, so I went and picked up wine yeast from my local brew store. Oh, damn toys! Damn it! Okay, here we got wine yeast. This is for the red wine. Product of Austria, sorry. Not Australia, Austria. Okay, this one here is a product of Canada, and it's for the white wine. I'm tripping over any more goddamn toys. I'm good to go. Get this thing on the go. We don't want to be all day. So we throw our funnel back on. Give that a good shake. Okay, we'll use the funnel to put this in. Give her a good, make sure I get all that out of there. And we'll do the same for the white wine. Now, the last time I did this was about 8 months ago. And when I tested it, I let it sit for 14 days. And when I tested it, it was so friggin' bitter. Ugh, sour. It was sour as can be. Anyhow, maybe I didn't quite put enough sugar into it to begin with. But I left it alone in my dark closet, in the darkness, in the closet, in the room temperature. I left it alone for almost 3 months. Okay? So we're going to tip this up, put the lid on back on very tightly, tip her up, give her another shake, get that yeast in there, shake it up really good. It's all sanitized inside, so you don't have to worry about any sign. The only thing you have to worry about is the funnel, which was sanitized, these glasses, which were cleaned. That's about the only thing. Sanitized, but you don't have to sanitize it. I mean, because of the nature of grapes, sanitizing is not, you don't have to be as strict with sanitizing as you do with beer, making your own home beer. You've got to be a little stricter on the beer. Give this one a good shake. So anyways, last year I did this with the red wine here, and I let it sit for like 3 months in my closet, forgot about it. When I decided to crack it open and give it a try, it was unbelievably good. You couldn't believe how well it tasted. For juice, for just normal juice, for just using regular juice, and I didn't even use wine yeast. I used bread yeast, Fleischmann's bread yeast, and I couldn't believe how well it turned out. It turned out excellent. We all couldn't believe it. So, okay, so basically that's it. You got the sugar in there, approximately 1 cup of sugar to bring it up to at least 20 to 20% of the volume. We added our yeast. So what we're going to do now is, what I'm going to do is just release the lids, just a little bit. You don't want to release it too much so that it pops off, but you just want to release it just a little bit, just like that. Just release it just about 1/4 of a turn. Now it's going to build up pressure in a few hours, and it's going to start pushing on those lids. Now, if there's any concern, if you have any concern with maybe the lids might work themselves off, maybe just take a piece of tape and put it down over so that they don't turn on their own from the pressure. But that's all you have to do. Just use lids. Other people have used things like condoms, balloons, or even, you know, putting in an airlock. The airlock idea is good. Either an airlock by itself, or a bung like this with a hole in it so that you can run a tube into a glass of water or a bottle of water. But I don't really like the idea of using balloons or condoms, just because, not that I don't recommend it, but I don't like it myself, because you have to be there to watch it, and you have to make sure that you get the pressure going. Like once the balloon inflates and then deflates, you'd have to be there. Like I would be concerned with maybe some of the latex possibly getting into the liquid. If you're not there to take it off and take that balloon out of there and strain it out, or do whatever you have to do on a second stage, you might possibly run the risk of some contamination with the latex getting into the liquid. And there might be a small possibility, but I just don't want to run the risk. I would rather use like an airlock myself, or like I said, just loosening these lids. Just loosen them a little bit. I did it last year. I just loosened the lids, and it did build up pressure, and it blew out a little bit, but a little bit, you know, just sort of came out right. But I think I'm going to stick a piece of tape on them just so they don't turn off. Maybe, why not? Just a little piece of clear tape over the lids. So I'll get back to you, and in about a day's time I'll do a quick video and show you what kind of fermentation action is going on, because it's going to go crazy in there now. So I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else to tell you at this point in time. I just thought I'd show you guys, or whomever's out there, the way I've made homemade wine. The total cost of this was about $4.50 for the juice, and it cost me $1.50 for the yeast. So that's like, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, 12 bucks, plus maybe 2 cups of sugar, so $12 to $14 total. That's it. So that's not bad. That's Canadian. That's all I can tell you for now. If anybody has any questions, then go ahead and send me a question. I don't care. I'll try and give it a good answer, a decent answer. But other than that, I'll get back to you and I'll show you how these things are fermenting. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Cheers. Cheers. Don't forget cheers.